Assalamualaikum and hello everybody. Welcome to the third video of our first chapter, Number Systems in 9th Standard. Let us first recall what we have learned in our previous classes before moving on. So we have learned there are different kinds of numbers, starting with natural numbers. Natural numbers are all positive numbers that don't include zero and negative numbers. So they are only positive numbers up to any value. Infinity, when I say infinity, it means it can go up to any value. Whole numbers are all positive numbers up to infinity, up to any value, but they also include zero. Integers are all positive values which also include zero but also negative values or negative numbers. Rational numbers are any numbers that can be written in the form of p divided by q. When I say p divided by q, it means it is a fraction form, any numerator divided by a denominator. And we have seen very clearly in our previous two sessions that all natural numbers are also whole numbers, all natural numbers are also integers, all natural numbers are rational numbers. That means natural numbers are whole, they are also integers, they are also rational. And whole numbers, all whole numbers are integers and all whole numbers are rational numbers. And all integers are also rational numbers. But the opposite cannot be said. Let us quickly see the reasons. All the numbers that are present in natural numbers are also present in whole numbers. That's why we tell all natural numbers are whole numbers. Similarly, all natural numbers are also present in integers. All natural numbers can also be written in the form of p by q. How? We saw in yesterday's class that if I have a natural number like 2, how do I convert this to rational number? Just by writing as divided by 1. And a natural number became a rational number. So all natural numbers are also rational numbers. Coming to whole numbers, all whole numbers are also integers, because every number that is present in whole numbers will also be present in integers. And one more thing, all the numbers that can be written that are in whole numbers can be written in the form of p by q or like fraction, including 0. If I have a whole number like 0, I can write 0 as 0 divided by 1, which is like in the form of p by q, and therefore it becomes a rational number. So all whole numbers are also rational numbers. All integers are also rational numbers. Integers, I have all positive numbers, negative numbers including 0. Every positive number, every negative number and 0 also can be written in the form of p by q. I showed some examples here, and therefore every integer can also be called as rational numbers. Based on what we have learned, I have written two questions here. Let us say whether they are true or false with some reasons. Question number 1 tells, every integer is a rational number. Every integer is a rational number. What do you think the answer should be? Whether it should be true or false? The answer has to be true. The answer has to be true because every integer, every number in the integer can be written in the form of p by q. How? So minus 3 can be written as minus 3 by 1, which became like p by q and it became rational number. Minus 2 can be written as minus 2 by 1. Minus 1 can be written as minus 1 by 1. 0 can be written as 0 by 1. Therefore, every number in integer can be written in the form of p by q, and therefore that becomes rational number. That's why every integer is a rational number. Therefore, the answer is true. But every rational number is an integer. Let us say whether that is true or false. So, if I have a number like 3 by 4, I have a number like 3 by 4, 7 by 8, 99 by 100. If I have these kind of numbers, they are only rational numbers. Rational numbers which are in the form of p by q. In integers, we can't have such fractional numbers. In integers, we can't have such fractions. Therefore, we can't tell that all rational numbers are also integers. So, please understand this clearly. Every integer can be called as a rational number, but all rational numbers cannot be called as integers because fraction numbers cannot be a part of integers category. I hope you have understood this. If you have understood this well, let us begin our first exercise. But before that, I would like to show some example before moving on to the exercise. So if I have a question like, find 5 rational numbers between 1 and 2. If this is the question, find 5 rational numbers between 1 and 2. So there is 1 and 2. Between these two numbers, I should find out 5 rational numbers or 5 numbers which are in the form of P by Q or any fraction form, whichever you feel is comfortable. So the method is like this. So since we want to find 5 rational numbers, what we should do is we should always take this number and add 1 to it. Add 1 to that number. So what happens here is, so when I have to find 5 rational numbers between 1 and 2, so I will write, since we want 5 numbers, 5 rational numbers between 1 and 2, we write 1 and 2 as rational numbers. So first work is to write 1 and 2 as rational numbers. How do we write that? I have only 1. How can we write 1 as rational number? Just by writing 1 by 1. And I have 2. And how do I write 2 as rational number? 2 by 1. That is the meaning of this statement. We want 5 numbers. First step is to write 1 and 2 as rational numbers, and we know how to write rational numbers. And now what we should do is, we should add whatever number we have here, we should add 1 to this. So 5 plus 1 will become 6. So we have to increase 1. I'll tell you the reason why we are increasing it by the end of the problem. And then multiply this value both with numerator and denominator, like this. Multiply like this. So take this number, whatever, how many rational numbers you should find? 5. Along with that add 1, it becomes 6. This 6 should be multiplied once with numerator and once with denominator for both the values. Now 1 6 are 6, again 1 6 are 6. So, right? And 2 6 are 12 divided by 1 6 are 6. So I have got 6 by 6 and I have got 12 by 6. Now what are the numbers that are between 6 and 12? 7. So here I have divided by 6, so I write divided by 6. Then after 7 comes 8, so it becomes 8 by 6. Then after 8 we have 9, so that becomes 9 by 6. After 9 we have 10, that becomes 10 by 6. After 10 we have 11, that becomes 11 by 6. So 6 by 6 represents 1 and 12 by 6 represents 2. So between this and this, how many numbers did we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I was supposed to find 5 rational numbers between 1 and 2. Let us quickly see what steps did we do. So to find out 5 rational numbers between 1 and 2, what I did was, first step number 1 is to represent 1 and 2 as rational numbers. How to represent any number as rational number? Take that number, take divided by 1. 1, I will repeat the steps here. I had 1, I made 1 as 1 by 1. And I had 2, I made 2 as 2 by 1. Then because we want to find 5 rational numbers, if I want to get 5, I should increase this by 1. And 5 plus 1 will become 6, and that 6 should be multiplied here with numerator and denominator for both the numbers. After that is over, 1 6 are 6, 1 6 are 6, which is actually, if you cancel 6 ones are 6 ones, you get 1 only. And 2 6 are 12 divided by 1 6 are 6. Now write down both the numbers, 6 by 6, which is 1, and 12 by 6, which is 2. Now in between of this 6 by 6, between 6 and 12, what are the numbers which are in between? 7 is there, 8, 9, 10, 11, then comes 12. Just write down those numbers, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and because all these are divided by 6, that's why they have to be written as divided by 6. So these are the 5 numbers between 1 and 2 which are rational numbers. I hope you have understood. Please ask me on WhatsApp and let me know how I can help you if you have not understood. So your homework is going to be very simple. Instead of 1 and 2, I will tell you find 6 rational numbers between 3 and 4. This is going to be your homework. Try to send me the answers. This is your exercise 1.1, question number 2. Question number 1 is there, which I do in next class, but because this is related to the last example, I want to do this first one. This first. So you should find out 6 rational numbers between 3 and 4. I'll quickly tell the steps. So you have 3 and you have 4. Represent them in rational form just by taking divided by 1, divided by 1. Should find 6 rational numbers, so add 1 to this. 6 plus 1 will become 7. Multiply 7 by 7, 7 by 7, and you will get some answer. See what are the missing numbers in those two values that you get. So go back, rewind the video, and then check out what values were there, so that you could actually see that how this is working. Please do the homework, and thank you for watching the video.